Hello everyone! Today I'll be sharing another bread recipe. It's going to be the Hokkaido milk bread recipe. The difference is I'll be adding, the difference between my previous bread recipe is the whipping cream, which I'm going to add into the recipe. I ran out of milk powder. I'm going to add the milk powder amount into the ingredient list, so it's up to you if you would like to add that into the recipe. An optional addition, I would say. Okay, next I'll be showing everyone what are the ingredients needed. For this recipe, you will need two bread pan. I'll be using the non-stick bread pan. If you are using the aluminum type, please remember to brush a layer of oil or butter inside the wall of the bread pan, or else your bread will stick on the pan after baking. Okay, remember that. I'll be kneading the dough using my favorite stand mixer by Innofood, model number KT 7600. It's a 7-liter stand mixer. It can knead dough up to 2 kg. I'll be using the ice bowl. It's chilling in the freezer now. I will explain more and show everyone what is the ice bowl about. Then I will be shortening the proofing time by using the proofing or fermentation mode using Innofood V88 convection oven. Okay, let's start now. Okay, this is the ice bowl. It has been chilling in the freezer for a few hours. See, it's cold. There is a cooling agent in between the wall of this bowl, so it will help the dough. It will slow down the fermentation actually, so that your dough will not overproof and your bread later on will turn out nicely. Okay, we'll need the dough hook. This is the dough hook. Get everything ready, all the ingredients, and a sieve and a spatula, and also a scraper. Okay, okay, I've gathered all the ingredients here. I'll be using the ice bowl to knead the dough. The reason is I want the fermentation to slow down so that the dough will not overproof later on. You see, it's cold. It has been chilling in the fridge for a few hours. I'll be using the dough hook to knead the dough today. Okay, just for your information, there is a cooling agent in between the wall of the wall of this bowl. So this cooling agent will help to slow down the fermentation of the dough when it's kneading inside. You know, because the dough will actually tends to become warm during kneading time, and by using the ice bowl, it will slow down the fermentation process. Okay, what else do we need? We need a sieve, a scraper if you have, and a silicone spatula. All right, I'm going to sieve the high protein flour or bread flour. You can use any type of Japanese bread flour. Okay, sieve to remove any residue. Okay, salt, sieve as well. Okay, I'll put this aside. Next, instant yeast. Caster sugar. Next, I'm going to add the milk, whipping cream, okay, eggs which I have whisked, and then the tangzhong which has been cooked down completely. One of my favorite bread recipe is actually with tangzhong, because the bread will stay soft longer after baking. Tangzhong is also called water roux. Okay, all in. Butter will be added in later on, okay? So now, kneading time. You split one first. I'm going to increase to 2. Three, 4. For this stand mixer, the kneading speed is up to speed 5. Okay, I'm going to time 10 minutes for the before I add in the butter. So I'm going to knead it for 10 minutes, or the dough becomes a round ball. Okay, this is how the dough looks like now. All the ingredients which we added earlier all came together into a ball. Okay, this dough has been kneading for about 10 minutes. So now I'm going to use speed 4, adding in the butter slowly. Once you see the butter has incorporated into the dough, then you can add the next round of butter. I'm going to split it into three batches. Okay, this kneading period will be roughly about 6 minutes. The stand mixer needs about 16 minutes. Okay, I'm going to add the next batch. Okay, the last one, the last batch. Okay, I'm going to increase to speed 5. Make sure the butter is softened slightly, or else it will take longer to absorb into the dough. So soften it slightly. As for the tangzhong, please refer to my video on how to prepare or how to cook the tangzhong or water roux. I will share the link in the description box. Okay, you will know that the dough is ready, it's done kneading when you see the side of the bowl starts to clean up. there is nothing sticking at the side of the bowl. And then you can take a little bit of the dough and do the window pin test. Stretch it, see? Right? So now we are going to do the first proofing. Okay, before I do the first proofing, I'm going to show everyone how the dough look like now. See, it's firm. I'm going to make into ball and put it back into the bowl. Look. Okay, you can use a piece of damp cloth to cover, but I'm going to use a disposable food cover to cover like this. Okay, I have actually prepared the oven at fermentation mode for about 10 minutes, and the inner heat is 35 degrees Celsius now. Okay, into the oven. Okay, I'm going to show everyone. This is the fermentation mode button. Okay, I have set it at 35 degrees Celsius. So now 1 more minute to go. I'm going to put it in. Okay, I'm going to set it at 35 minutes, 35 degrees Celsius, fermentation mode. Okay, I've started it earlier, so this is the on and off button here. So I'll see everyone in 35 minutes time. Okay, time's up. The first proofing. I'm going to show everyone how the dough looks like. Double in size, and if you don't have the fermentation mode on your oven, you can leave it on the counter at a warm area and proof for an hour. Okay, so now I'm going to be shaping the dough. Okay, get the rolling pin ready, some flour to flour the mat and your hands. We'll need the weighing machine. Get your bread pan ready. Okay, I'm going to zoom in and share with everyone one more time how I usually shape the dough. Come back shortly. Okay, let's start now. I'm going to flour my hands slightly, and on the mat as well, and on the scraper. Okay. Dough on the silicone mat. I'll put this aside. Okay, on the weighing machine, flour my hand a bit. And on the weighing machine. Okay, I'm going to weigh. Okay, 1067, around there. Okay. So we need to divide 6. Each pan will need 3 pieces of dough. 1067 divided by 6, about 170 plus. Okay. Okay. This punch, you can punch the dough in, before you take it out. I'm going to fly my hand a bit. Okay, make into round balls, bring in here, here to the center, the sides. Okay, I'm going to do the next one. Bring the sides to the center. Pinch to seal. Okay, tighten. Okay, I'm going to finish up and come back shortly. Okay, the doughs have been resting for 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes is good so that the dough will relax and it's easier for us to roll it out. I'm going to flour my hands and then I'm going to roll it out this way. See? Okay, turn it over. Okay, pop the air bubbles if you see any, so that there won't be any trapped air. Okay, I'm going to make into rectangular shape like this. Bring it to the center. Left to right, right to left is fine. Okay, just seal. Okay, this way. Then I'm going to roll it flat. This way. See? Okay. I'm going to roll it. And then seal the seam. Okay, I'm going to place it into the bread pan. Okay, do the second one. Roll it out. Okay, flip it. Roll it flat like that. Okay. Same thing, bring it to the center. I bring the left to the center, right to the center. Roll it out. Okay, and then roll it down this way. I'm going to roll it here. Okay, seal the seam. Okay, into the pan. Okay, I'm going to finish up and come back shortly. Okay, done shaping. This is how the dough looks like in the pan. Okay, now we are going to do the second proofing. Cover, I'm using the food cover. I have actually preheated the oven under the fermentation mode. Okay, I'm going to show everyone. On the light here. Okay. Two pans into the oven. Fermentation mode, the button is here. I'm going to use 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, I'm going to proof for about 30 minutes because I need to preheat the oven later on. So I'll take the two pans out and they will be sitting on the counter to continue proofing for another 10 minutes. So total is going to be about 40 minutes. Okay, I'll see everyone shortly. Okay, done with the second proofing. This is how the dough looks like now. Okay, I'm going to put them aside, continue proofing outside. Okay, I'm going to preheat the oven now. So I'll be using top and bottom heat plus convection. 180 top and bottom. I'm going to preheat it for 10 minutes. Come back shortly. Okay, the oven is done with the preheating. So now baking time. Look, the dough continued to grow. Using the same mode, top and bottom heat plus convection, 180 top, 180 bottom. I'm going to bake for 30 minutes. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake at 180 degrees Celsius top and bottom for 15 minutes. Then I'm going to reduce it to 170 degrees Celsius because I don't like the crust on top to be too dark. Tends to be thicker when it's dark. So 180 first 15 minutes, 170 the last 15 minutes. Okay, I'll see everyone after they're done. Okay, done. Close the oven door, just hold on. Okay, I'm going to leave the bread in the pan for a short while before I pour them out. I'm not going to leave them in the pan for too long because there will be condensation and the side of the bread loaf will be damped. I don't like it. Anyway, I forgotten to mention this. Before we bake, you have an option to do an egg wash. Egg wash will be 1 egg plus 1 tablespoon of water. Whisk it, and then you can brush a layer of egg wash or a layer of milk, any milk that you have, okay, before you put it into the oven for baking. But I didn't do that. Okay, now I'm going to pour the bread out first. Stand. For this recipe, if you're using the normal bread pan, 11 cm height, 11 cm or 11.5 cm, you will not get a very tall bread loaf because of the flour is only 540 gram and Tangjung was about 184. So it's going to be shorter and smaller bread, but I promise you it's going to taste very good. Wonderful bread loaf, one of my family's favorite. Okay, I'm going to let them cool down slightly. Slightly means that I'm able to touch and to slice later on. I'm going to show everyone how the texture looks like. This bread is firmer and it's more filling when you have even 2 slices compared to the previous Japanese milk bread recipe. It's good even you have it without any spread, any butter, any jam, any kaya, or any peanut butter. It's also one of my favorite recipe where I need to do garlic bread when I do Western food for dinner. This is one of the bread which I'm going to consider, which I always consider, and then I like to make them into smaller buns. You know, you can use this recipe for buns, for dinner rolls. You know, I'll come back shortly to show everyone how the textures look like later on. Okay, slicing time. I'm not going to tear whatsoever. Okay, I'm just going to slice the bread. Very soft. See? Hokkaido milk bread are done. Try the recipe, and I am sure you enjoy this recipe, this bread. The outcome is great. Okay, I will see everyone very soon. Wishing everyone happy baking.